What's up? I'm gonna make this quick because I only got a little bit of battery life because I forgot to charge my battery. Anyway, we're now welcome to another edition of Biker Movie Reviews. Today we're doing What Keeps You Alive. Came out in 2018. Let me read the synopsis for you real quick. A couple's romantic anniversary retreat to a rural cabin unravels when a childhood friend appears and reveals long-held secrets from the past. Let's get down to the nitty-gritty of this. I actually watched this movie, let's say probably a couple of months ago, halfway. And then I turned it off middle of the movie because I was like, what the hell? And then I just finished the other half of the movie maybe a couple minutes ago. This movie suffers from good movies. You connect with the people who watch it. You connect with the audience. They like to see it. They're like, oh, cool, we're into this. I can connect with these characters. This movie falls into that format of nobody would ever do that. That's not how real people act. What? No. Why isn't she? Huh? If you have a friend who likes to talk through movies and be like, oh my God, go through this, or oh my God, what are you doing? Go through there. They're going to be dumbfounded off of every other scene in this film. So these two lesbian partners are, they're married. They go off to this nice cabin that her father owned or whatever. And the time somebody comes over, and it happens to be the one of the lesbians. It's her childhood friend, and she calls her by another name. And the main protagonist is like, "What's going on? What's this other name? I've never heard you been referred to as this." Yeah, I changed my name, such and such and such and such. And the friend who came and visited, check on the house. It's kind of a little off-putting by them, and you find out later. Basically, let's just spoil it here. One of them is a psychopath trying to kill the main protagonist here. She's a crazy. She killed her friend when she was younger. You find that out later. But there's parts of this movie where you're just like, what? Let's start with the main part of they go on a hiking thing. She doesn't know that she's psycho, and she pushes her off a cliff. She wants that sweet money. You think it is? It's her insurance. She tries to make it insurance. You find out later that the chick is psycho. She likes killing people. And the girl trying to hide just does the dumbest stuff. Like, she could have got on the road and flagged down some people. She didn't do that. She just decided to hide out in the woods in the cold and the rain. There's another part where she tries to row on the lake to get to the other house, the friend's house, and her angry wife is coming behind her, trying to row with her, trying to row and get at her. And she catches up with her because the girl fell off a cliff. She's kind of injured. She can't row as good. And so the other one, the psychopath here, catches up with her. And the husband of the childhood friend is outside. And she's like, don't say anything or I'll kill them too. She's psycho! I mean, call 911. Nope. She's like, she just goes with it. And then was like, hey, come over tonight. Get to have dinner. What? Okay, anyway. They come over. They have dinner. Some weird, awkward speeches. And she's like, if you say anything, I'll kill them both. And so the psychopath goes out with the husband out on the porch. And in front of the window, in front of the psycho, she starts whispering in the girl's ear, and she starts freaking out. And the girl instantly kills the husband with a knife, and then breaks in the door and starts to run after the childhood friend. And the girl just, instead of let's jump her, she just stops and she goes, run! And she runs up the steps and just stays there. And she doesn't help. She doesn't try to fight her off. And the girl's fighting her off and it's like I forgot the childhood friend. She's like, Chelsea put up a better fight. And she winds up killing her too. And the girl's just sitting there on the couch. Just like, oh my God, you didn't have to kill them. It's so dumb. It's so dumb. Anyway, they're playing, the psycho starts playing house, the main protagonist, starts playing, like a regular relationships, feeding her, need you have a full belly, let's clean this up, whatever. And then she starts to drive her out to the cliff, I guess, to try to push her off again. Somehow or other, the girl found the dart gun. I guess it was a dart gun, and she found one of the darts, and she stabs the psycho in the neck while they're driving, gets out the car, and starts running. And the girl apparently is strong as an elephant because she's able to fight it off all the way. The main protagonist runs to a cliff. Like, not run down the street, she runs to a cliff. Anyway, the girl finally collapses when she gets to the cliff. It's like, I'll kill you, and flattens out. Oh God, this movie was a headache. And anyway, the girl gets the keys, gets in the Jeep, and starts making out for town. She's on the road. Good job. All right, keep going. Nope. Nope. She sees a crow. And this is way back to the beginning of the movie. She apparently the main protagonist has a crow tattoo, and they were playing, I'm a crow. Well, I'm a bald eagle. And she turns around, goes back to the cliffside with a knife, and she wants to kill her, but of course, she's not there. She had a way out, and she turns back. What the fuck? Anyway, so then she goes to the log cabin. She can't find her, of course. And so what she decides to do, she takes the computer out, and she puts up some song, hooks up some speakers, and starts blasting music to lure her back in. She picks up this old rifle and sits there for her. This is during the day. At night comes, next scene comes, the girl comes back in. It's Julie! Jules, where are you? Girl has the gun back to her head, gets her on her knees, and then lets this chick talk her into thinking that the gun won't work. Girl gets up off her knees, does jujitsu moves, knocks the gun away. They have this fight ensues or whatever. And the girl, again, the main protagonist, gets beat up and loses the fight. So what happens? Psycho gets her to the cliff this time, drags her to the cliff, and pushes her off. And she dies. You deserve that death. Anyway, psychopath gets back home. She's apparently a diabetic or whatever, needs to take insulin or needles. And she takes her medicine or whatever because she's feeling kind of ill. And she sees this thing on the computer. It's a file. Basically, the file's like, if you're reading this or you see this, I'm dead. You need to pay attention to what you put in your body. It's hydrogen peroxide. If it mixes with your bloodstream, it's going to clot and gives you a stroke. I mean, that's the best we can get, is you gave her a stroke. She runs through the woods in the next scene and has a stroke in the middle of the woods. You think she's dead. I don't know. And then you come up to the body of Jules, where Jules is at. And Jules, her eyes are open, head split open. And then the last scene is you hear a deep breath. And I guess she's alive. This movie I couldn't connect with it because there was just so much dumb stuff going left and right. People don't act like this. If you got away from your killer, or somebody wanted to kill you, got in a Jeep, and you're on the road, and you are free, you're passing other vehicles, you're chilling, you're really gonna pull over, rethink, reevaluate, and head back? Not notify anybody, hey, police, such and such, try to kill me? Nope, she went back. I couldn't connect with this movie. This movie just... It's like I said, I watched it a couple of months ago, turned it off, and then came back and watched it again just to finish the film. It's bad. I'm gonna give it a 2 out of 5. Watch it if you want to.